What up? What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel. Hit that subscribe button as soon as you come into the building. Guys, I want to jump on real fast. Trump versus Stephen A. Smith. Who you got? I don't know if you guys saw it, man. Stephen A. was on a round table with Bill O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo, and they had a chance to talk to President Trump. And they were going back and forth and that kind of thing. And Trump was very complimentary of Stephen A. Smith. And I don't think Stephen A. Smith knew what to do. And Stephen A. talked all this stuff about what the Democrats need to do with Trump and all this kind of stuff, all the things that they're missing out on, and their message is not this and their message is not that. And he may have to leave the door open to run for president. And guys, I got to tell you, when I watched that video, I have to say I've never been more disappointed in Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, you got a situation where you are on a platform with Bill O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo. Let's be honest, guys, this ain't a lightweight pain. Stephen A. gets a chance to finally get a question to the President of the United States. And what Stephen A. Smith talked about was DEI. Now, guys, full disclosure, I don't have a problem, with those who support DEI. I don't have a problem with those who don't support DEI. What my problem is that Stephen A., if you want to run for president, there's two pressing things happening right now. Whether you black, white, yellow, whatever, there's two pressing things happening right now. And those two pressing things are deportations, tariffs, economy, right? Guys, I was expecting Stephen A. to actually, if you want to go toe to toe with Trump, you can't go around it with something that easy, right? Nobody, I hate to say it, but that's not what most people are sitting around the dinner table talking about. If you're out here on Main Street, people are talking about food prices, people are talking about tariffs, people are talking about judicial lawfare against these deportations. That's what most people are talking about at the places I go to. Y'all know on this channel, I talk about what I hear people in the cigar lounge talking about. Stephen A. didn't ask Donald Trump about. I would have expected Stephen A.'s lead question to be something else of more substance. Now, granted, I can get that he asked about DEI. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't ask about the tweet with Shador Sanders. I thought that would have been an interesting conversation that Stephen A. could have led with, right? Donald Trump weighs in on the Shador Sanders draft slide. Mr. President, why do you think that was important to do? What did you see there? Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're Stephen A. Smith, you've put yourself out there as a guy who can go toe to toe with President Trump on the Democratic side of the aisle. Here's my problem that I got with Stephen A. Smith, guys. Stephen A. Smith went the DEI route when that just lets President Trump off the hook. Did y'all see President Trump's answer? Hey, man, we're going back to a merit-based society where you actually got to be qualified for what you do. And guys, how does Stephen A. Smith come back off of that? How does Stephen A. Smith come back off of that? Yeah. You can come back and say, well, this country has a history of racism and discrimination and that kind of thing. But I think what happens is, what Trump has done this time around is the majority of the country does not support DEI. When you look at the polls, guys, I'm just talking about the polls. That's why Trump is not being heard on that issue, which is why I'm surprised. I'm surprised Stephen A. asked a softball question, and I was more impressed with Trump's answer back, because you can't come back when he says, "Hey, man, I believe everybody should have, the opportunity. It should be based on your skill set, nothing else," right? How do you come back off of that? Because every black person I know, guys, every black person I know believe they're the best one in the room. But they also have the training and the talent to back it up. Guys, I don't hang around any black person who don't have talent associated with the belief in themselves. And so I get the whole DEI question, but what I don't get from Stephen A. Smith is, Stephen A., you talk all that trash on your show. I watch your show. I love watching it. You bag on the Democrats that are currently out there right now. And the question you don't ask is about DEI instead of the things that are facing the American people that you claim the Democrats are missing out on. You're going to ask about DEI? Then I realized Stephen A. ain't out in these streets no more. Stephen A. is sitting there and he's in that bubble. Because if he hit Trump with a real question about Main Street, Trump would have been forced to respond. Trump basically said, I like Stephen A. I think he should run. Why? Trump know he can beat him. And if he asking Trump about DEI, Stephen A. has already lost. As much as I want that guy to keep progressing, asking a question about DEI when most Americans, according to the polls, don't care about it, it was an opportunity to get in the ring with Trump. And you're asking about stuff that nobody cares about. Stephen A., nobody's questioning your blackness. Don't feel like you got to ask about DEI so black people don't rip you on social media. If they don't respect what you've accomplished, that's on them. That's the things that are pressing to all Americans. That's going to take you to the next level. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the Stephen A. Smith interview with Bill O'Reilly, Chris Cuomo, asking that question of President Trump. I can't even lie, guys. I'm just disappointed, man. If Jeff crazy or Jeff on something. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn that bell for notifications. Until next time.